Hello friends! Welcome to another vlog. So tonight at midnight is the start of the LIGHTFALL readathon, which is going on for an entire week. This is part of the Aurelium Academy readathon hosted by G. I will leave her announcement video linked somewhere, either up top if I remember or down below or something, to go check out the announcement for LIGHTFALL. I'm really excited to be participating. So my main focus for this week is Christmas books. I am still working on my Goodreads horror vlog. It's taken me a while, but for that vlog I have 6 books left to read, so like over half, but they're going good. But I really want to focus LIGHTFALL on Christmas books because I have a lot of Christmas books I want to read, and by a lot I mean 3. So let's get into my LIGHTFALL TBR. So I'm currently listening to, and will finish tonight, The Christmas Guest by Peter Swanson, I think it is. This is kind of like a Christmassy mystery story, and we're following a main character who has been invited to this Christmas party, and there's all these really interesting characters there, and it's kind of like a Clue mystery is kind of how it's reading. So we're kind of following our main character as she's talking to the various people at this party, and she is discovering more about this murder that happened, and I think one of the people there murdered this girl. So it's pretty interesting. It's extremely short, so I think I have like 45 minutes left of the audiobook, so I'll definitely be finishing that tonight. I just noticed I have a stain on my brand new sweater. That is ridiculous. I cannot be trusted with food and new clothing items, but anyways, so I'm currently reading that, and we'll have that wrapped up tonight. And then I want to start the Mistletoe Motive by Chloe Leese. This is the Patreon buddy read pick for Steph's Patreon, so we're reading this, and I got the audiobook for this, so it's really short. I think it's like a 2.5-hour audiobook on 2 times speed, so don't know too much about this one. I really just ordered it, and I actually got this book for free because I had so many rewards at Barnes & Noble that I could use all of them and get this book for free. So I'll just read you the back because I truly just bought it because we're reading it in Steph's Patreon, and I'm like, okay, if we're reading it, I'm buying it. So the back says, from the author of the Bergman Brothers series comes a slow burn, enemies to lovers, holiday romance, perfect for fans of The Hating Game and You've Got Mail. Well, that's an interesting comparison because I do not like The Hating Game, but I love You've Got Mail. So this book could really go either way, but Steph really enjoyed it, and other people in the Discord have really enjoyed it, so I'm hoping I will too. And this cover is just to die for. Like, oh, it's so cute. So going to be listening to this, and then the only other book I want to get through for LIGHTFALL is The Christmas Murder Game, I believe it is. This is a book I saw on Libro FM, and it was on sale, and I'm like, okay, I'll buy it. So don't know too much about it, but it's Christmassy, and I'm like, I really don't have that many Christmas books, so I went ahead and bought it, and I'm gonna listen to that. And there is prompts for LIGHTFALL, which I am not really following anymore. I posted a TBR on Instagram of like, yeah, this is what I'm gonna be reading, and then I've just totally thrown that out the window. But The Christmas Murder Game fulfills the prompt of listen to an audiobook whilst crafting, because I could knit, journal, make bookmarks. I actually did make myself a really pretty acrylic bookmark, and I'm gonna make another one tonight for my mom. And I do plan on making one for everybody in book club, but I want to make mine first to see if they'd come out, and I'm obsessed. I will show you that shortly, and then I will film a little clip of me making my mom's because I'm gonna do that next after chatting with y'all. And then The Christmas Guest was on my TBR for a book with snow or ice on the cover. And then I had Silver Nitrate, Iron Flame, Rouge, and My Best Friend's Exorcism on my TBR as well. But I don't really want to read those. I really just want this vlog to be Christmassy because it's gonna be coming out, at least in my mind, I'm planning on having it come out like the weekend of Christmas. So it'll be a nice little Christmassy video. So I really just want to read Christmas books. How many times can I say Christmas? Oh my gosh. So that's the plan. So right now I'm going to make another bookmark. I just did mine. Let me show you. It's still kind of drying, but like it's dry enough. Okay, here's my bookmark. I'm obsessed with it. I think it turned out really, really good. So I bought these flakes, these like foil flakes. So I have rose gold, gold, and silver. And then I have a ton of acrylic paints. It came with tassels, and I used my Cricut to cut out vinyl of my name, and I'm obsessed. I saw this idea on YouTube and it was so easy. It was really fast too. The hardest part was getting my Cricut to cut the right depth. So what I did was use a smart vinyl on the more setting, so more pressure to cut it because it wasn't transferring very well on the transfer tape. But I'm obsessed. It turned out so good. So my mom said that she wants blue and purple is her favorite color. So I was thinking of doing like a blue and purple ombre. Purple's my favorite color, so I did like a lilac. It's definitely a lighter purple in person, but I did a lilac, and then on the back I just did Mod Podge to kind of seal the paint and seal the gold flakes or the silver flakes onto the bookmark. So the brush I used like shed a bunch of hair everywhere. Like, I don't know if y'all can see that, but it shed little like bristles everywhere. So I'm not gonna use that brush again. But I want to make one for everybody in book club with their name, and I want everyone to text me their favorite color so I can make them their own personal bookmark, and then I'll match the foil to whatever color. So like if they pick like red is their favorite color, then I might do silver. I think silver and red would look really good, but like, you know, just match it to their color. So yeah, and then it came, this is actually on Amazon, the blank acrylic bookmarks, and it came with tassels, which I honestly had an idea at work today. I would love to make a beaded little tassel thing. Like, I would love to buy some beads and like some thread, some bead thread or whatever, and make something that would like hang off the edge of the book with beads and like match it to this. I have so many ideas floating around in my head for like bookmarks I can make. I'm just so excited. So that is the plan for that. So this Mod Podge is like, it feels dry to me, but just to be safe, I'm gonna let it sit overnight. So yeah, let's get crafting, friends. So I think I'm going to listen to the Christmas Guest while I craft because I don't have too much left to listen to, and we'll get on with this vlog.
I've been talking to Santa, and he told me everything that you want this year. I went shopping and planning, ribbons and candles. I got it all right here. Mistletoe and champagne, I'll pour it on Christmas morning. Everything on your list, it's waiting if you go looking for it. I know you'll adore it, your favorite gift. You can find me under the tree. I'll be waiting on Christmas Eve. Baby, unwrap me, unwrap me, unwrap me. You know where I'll be right under the tree, next to the fire. The snowflakes are falling. I know just what you like.
Hello. I really didn't film that much of me making the bookmark, but it turned out beautifully. I love it, and I really hope my mom likes it as well. So it's currently drying, and it's interesting. The Mod Podge says that it takes like 4 weeks to cure. I think that's if you're using it on something like you're using more coats, because I use like the barest little bit, just enough to seal in the metal foiling and acrylic paint, because I just don't want that to flake off. So I used just enough to cover that, and I didn't Mod Podge the top where the vinyl goes, because the vinyl is pretty permanent and it shouldn't have any wear and tear unless you're like picking at it actively to rip it off. But yeah, I got all of book club's names printed off, and I went through and weeded, I guess is the word for it, weeded through their names and made sure they all look good. So yeah, so this is what they look like all weeded. So I have all 9 names hanging out on my desk. So tomorrow I'm gonna ask everyone for their favorite color or colors, because I could do like a tricolor bookmark or do 2 colors, or if they just have one favorite color, just do that and then match a foil to that. And I'm really excited. And the whole process really doesn't take long. So the glue for the foil takes about 30 minutes to dry, and then I paint it, and that takes about 20 minutes to dry. And then after the paint is dry, I flip it over, put the name on the top, and then flip it back over, put the Mod Podge on, and then I'm gonna leave them overnight. But really, the Mod Podge on my bookmark only took about an hour, hour and a half to dry. But just to be fully safe, I did take mine and like rub it on my pants real quick, because I don't really care about these pants, and nothing came off, nothing moved. So I think it's dry, but just to make sure, I'm just really happy. Like, it doesn't take too long, and I could probably make like a batch of them. Like, I could probably make like 3 or 4 at a time and put the glue, put the foil on them, and then paint each one and let them dry, you know, and stuff. So I'm excited. I think these will be fun Christmas presents for everybody, and I hope they enjoy them. I mean, we're all book people, so I just feel like a bookmark makes sense. So I also wanted to hop on here and say that I finished The Christmas Guest, and I liked it a fair bit. Although, to be completely transparent, I did listen to a good majority of this book while at work, and I don't think I was paying the closest attention to things, because I definitely missed a few details here and there that I think would have aided me in enjoying it more. But I think I want to give it 3 stars. Like, it was good, and it definitely had a twist that I was not expecting and quite enjoyed, but it's not like the best thing I've ever read. So I think it's 3 star is a solid rating. So it was good. I liked it, but it's not like the best thing I've ever read. So 1 book down for the readathon already, which I know I'm starting a little early. Like, it's not even the 9th, which I think the readathon starts on the 9th and goes until the 17th, but I'm starting a day early because, you know what, why not? So now I think I want to go read the book that I'm reading for the Goodreads vlog and read that for the rest of the evening. And then tomorrow morning I will start the mistletoe motive. So that's the plan for that. So I'm just so excited that these bookmarks are working how I wanted them to. And like I mentioned earlier, I really want to get some beads and try making like beaded bookmarks, like attached to the acrylic bookmark. I think that'd be super fun. Definitely want to order more of these acrylic bookmarks. They're actually really nice, and I would absolutely love to have more. So that is going to be it for me for tonight, so I will chat with you all later on. Happy Saturday. So it's like 11:15, and I finished my 2nd book for this readathon, which is insane. Like, I thought I'd be reading these books pretty quickly because they are short and they are audiobooks, but I'm still shocked that I have been reading these so quickly. So I did start and finish the Mistletoe Motive this morning, and I loved this book. Like, this is almost a 5-star romance for me. This was so perfect. Like, it was like my perfect romance book. So we follow our main character, who I don't remember, Gabriella, and she works at this bookstore. It's like a locally owned bookstore, and she has this very grumpy coworker named Joshua, I believe. Jonathan, not even close. Jonathan, and he's like super grumpy, and she kind of despises him. Like, you know, he's so grumpy, he hates Christmas, and she loves Christmas. So she's the one who always decorates the store at Christmas, and he's the one who's like grumpily watching her do it and refuses to participate. And obviously there's attraction. Like, you could tell just from reading this book, like, and obviously you know what's gonna happen, but like, you could tell even though they like hate each other, they really don't. And then she also has this online person that she's been chatting with on like a Reddit thread and about like book stuff, and they really bond over books, and like she gives him book recommendations and he reads them, and they're like romance books, and then they discuss them together, and it's super cute. I just loved, like, this book was so good. And our main character Gabriella is also neurodivergent, which is amazing. So she is autistic, I believe, and just gets overstimulated by the environment around her. So she always has noise canceling headphones with her and never leaves the house without them, and always has a spare change of clothes if the current clothes she's wearing start bugging her. And I connected so much with her on that. Like, I don't know. I feel like I may not be neurodivergent or whatever the word is, or neurotypical. I don't know what the word is, but you know what I mean? Like, there is times when I think I might not be, because I do have misophonia as well, so I cannot stand the sound of people eating. So being around people who do not have the best table manners is just like nails on a chalkboard to me. It like physically pains me sometimes, and I feel like I really connected with our main character about that, and being like overstimulated by things. Like, I definitely experienced that, and like need time by myself to like recover almost. So I just really connected with our main character and just loved this a lot. And I read the author note or acknowledgements, I think, in the back. Yeah, it was the acknowledgements, and she did have 2 people who gave feedback on the romance's structure, nuances, and representation, which is great. I love to say it. So this was amazing. This is like a 5-star book for me. Maybe it is 5 stars. I think it is 5 stars. I think I'm gonna give it 5 stars because I just loved it. It was perfect to me. So that is the second book down for this readathon, and only one more to go that I am really going to focus on. Like I said, or maybe I didn't say, I don't know, but I'm kind of scrapping my TBR originally because I just don't want to. And we're in the anti-TBR era. We're not setting TBRs. If we set a TBR and we change our minds, go for it. Not a big deal. I'm actually calling them like want to read lists now instead of to be read, because to me, like, to be read is so commanding. Like, that's something that I feel like is for school reading. Like, I will read books for school. Obviously I'm not in school anymore, but when I was in school, I had to be read lists that I would read. But now we're in our mood reading era, and we are doing want to read lists. It's books I'd want to read, but I don't have to. So anyways, my 2 bookmarks that I made last night turned out amazingly. So here's mine all cured and dried. I'm obsessed with it. This is like my favorite color. And I tied a knot on the tassel because I hate tassel bookmarks where the tassel just continuously falls off. So I tied a knot on it so it cannot fall off and it'll actually stay on. And I love it. I love it so much. So I actually made a dragon bookmark this morning. So I had my Cricut cut out some cool dragon shapes, and I did gold, silver, and rose gold on my bookmark with like a nice like tan for the paint. And then here's the bookmark for my mom. So hopefully she enjoys this one. She said her favorite colors are blue and purple. So I did like an ombre blue purple moment with silver because I thought silver would look best with a blue tassel bookmark. So I'm super obsessed with them. Like, I'm obsessed with making bookmarks. I can't stop. So I'm gonna text book club this morning and get whatever color they want. I'm not gonna tell them what I'm doing because it's gonna be a surprise, and get to working on those slowly before our book club meeting on the 28th. So as for reading plans now, I think I'm going to read more of Our Share of Night, which my thoughts are going to be in the Goodreads vlog, but I'm going to, I think, continue reading that one because I'm kind of falling behind on my schedule for that book. I really need to get further along in it if I'm going to get it done on the timeline that I want, which is not a big deal. Like, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. Like, I don't plan on this vlog to come out, the Goodreads vlog to come out until at least end of January, because it's gonna take me a while to read these books. And I'm really putting quality over quantity in my videos. Like, I want my videos to be better and to give myself time to edit them better and have the time to develop my thoughts on books and not just spew whatever, you know, comes to mind. But with these kind of more casual vlogs where I'm just like vlogging life and books, I'm not too worried about that. But for sit down videos and themed vlogs, I really want to focus on better quality. But these are more casual, more fun videos. So yeah, I think I'm gonna eat now because it is past time for me to eat. My 16-hour fast is done. So I'm gonna go eat, switch laundry around, watch some TV and relax, and then maybe move on to reading. There is a movie night tonight with Steph and her patrons, so I'm going to be attending that. That's at 3 p.m. my time, so it's like an hour of hangout, and then at 4 o'clock we're gonna start the movie. So I think during that time I don't know, I may do a craft, I might work on my genre blanket. Like, it's kind of like a hangout, wrap presents, do a craft, do whatever you want, and just like chat with Steph, you know, and other people in the comments. So that's the plan, and I'm looking forward to it. So that's gonna be it for me, and I will chat with you all later.
Christmas carols down the street, snowflakes on the graceful trees, underneath the mistletoe. My teardrops melt the snow. Baby, won't you please come home? Been too long, you've gotta know. So much joy that we'll have. Gonna share the gift of love.
Hello, hello. It is Sunday and it's been an incredibly productive day. I just finished making the Christmas presents for my friends in book club, so I'm really excited. They turned out really good, I think, so I'm letting everything cure and then they're all done and just need to be wrapped up. So those are all done, and then I also got my mom's Christmas presents all wrapped. I always wrap my mom's presents because it's just easy, because I have them ship all to the house, and my dad and I usually split the cost, and they all ship to my house and I just hold on to them and I wrap them, and then I just take them down to my parents' house for Christmas. So literally got those all wrapped. Like, this afternoon was so productive. Super productive. Like, I was not planning on wrapping all the presents today, but it just so happened that that's how it worked out. So I'm really pleased that that's like done now. It's been kind of looming over my head, like, oh my gosh, Christmas is coming up soon and I haven't wrapped anything. So that's been stressing me out a little bit, but it's done, and I'm so glad. So I also have started my third book for the LIGHTFALL readathon, which is the Christmas murder game, and I started listening to this morning and it's so depressing. Like, this is not a fun, happy, jolly, good time that I thought it was going to be. I thought it'd be like a cozy, cute mystery set around Christmas, and it's honestly so dark and depressing, I kind of want to DNF it. So we're following a main character who is really struggling with the holidays because her mom has passed away, and there's just a lot of talk about that and about her grief and just being really sad about that. And like, I just don't want to read about sad things. Like, I don't know. This is not what I was expecting. Like, I thought it'd be a cozy mystery set around Christmas, not let's just bring down the whole mood with death of parents and grief and trauma and all that. And I'm like, this is not what I wanted. So I only have like 2 hours left, I think, of the audiobook, so I think I'll finish it this week just to like get it over with. But it's not that great. It's probably going to be a low rating for me because I'm not liking it that much, and I think I'm not liking it because of my expectations, but I'm still not liking it. Like, I feel let down. So that's kind of what's been going on this weekend. It's been very productive, which I'm so grateful about. Like, I love getting things done, but I haven't really been reading. Like, I've been listening to audiobooks, but I need to get back into working on the Goodreads vlog a little bit because I've been slacking on the books a bit. So gonna work on that tonight. So it's like 4:15 right now, so I think I'm actually gonna go work out and like kind of stretch a little bit because I'm really sore from being like hunched over the table painting and wrapping and all that. So yeah, this week should be pretty normal for me. I have a haircut appointment on Wednesday, and I'm gonna go completely different. Like, I hate my hair right now. Like, it's just completely unmanageable. The ends are just disgusting. I have split ends everywhere and it just feels really crunchy, and I'm so tired of the length, and working full time and with all the things that I have going on, I just honestly don't have time to take care of my mop anymore. It's not worth it. Like, I don't know. I don't like the long hair on me anymore. It's too much work. It's too heavy. It literally gets caught in everything and it's just a beast to take care of. So I'm gonna chop it off. I don't know how much of a chop off we're gonna do because I don't want to go too short, but I'm thinking maybe like this short, you know, maybe, and maybe some like face framing layers, possibly curtain bangs. I don't know. Every time I get bangs, I regret it, so maybe we're gonna skip that. But I also am trying to determine my face shape because I was trying to use that to like help me determine like what hairstyles I should be like considering. And every test that I've done like online and like doing the measurements of my face, I get heart-shaped face. I don't think that's true. Like, I feel like, yeah, I got a big forehead, but I don't think I have a heart-shaped face. Like, I feel like my face has not come to that like heart-shaped point, but maybe it does. I don't know. So every website literally says to get bangs if you have a heart-shaped face. And I'm like, I hate bangs on me. Like, I think they look good, but I hate styling them. So I'm really looking for a low maintenance, no style kind of haircut. And what I'm kind of leaning towards is like mid-length with long face framing layers like starting like below the chin and go down from there, and maybe do all over layers too. So I don't know. I just want something I don't have to take care of, really. You know, like something easy and something where I can actually wear my hair in a ponytail. I haven't been able to wear my hair in a ponytail for years because it's so thick and heavy that it gives me like insta headaches. So yeah, I would love some like, you know, shorter fringe so like I could wear my hair in a ponytail and have the shorter pieces left out. I think that looks really flattering. I don't like a slick back ponytail on me personally, so we'll just see. I'm gonna ask my hairdresser, who has known me since birth, what she thinks, because she knows me pretty well and she can help me figure out what I should do. So just to let you know, there will be a haircut in this vlog, so my hair will change. And I've also just been wearing it up in a bun like all the time because I just don't want to deal with it. Like, I hate it. I don't want to touch it. I don't want to look at it. I'm just throwing it up so I don't have to deal with it. So that's my number one sign that my hair is bothering me, is when I don't want to wear it down and I just keep wearing it up because I don't want to deal with it. So yeah, that's what's happening this week. I also have a Christmas party at work coming up on Friday, which I'm really excited about. So we're doing a white elephant exchange and I'm gonna try to win my own present because I think it's awesome, and I bought something that I wanted so that I have something I know I want at White Elephant. So gonna try to win that because I want it. It's a cat mug with tea. Like, yes, I want that. So anywho, that's all I really got. I gotta go work out. My back is killing me and I think, you know, moving around a little will help. So I will chat with you all later. This is kind of a magical ankle. I don't know. I'm just standing in my doorway because, I don't know, I'm tired of sitting and I need a different angle. So, hi. It is Monday and it was such a crazy day. I am currently backup timekeeper because our normal timekeeper is gone for the week on a trip. So I'm filling in, and I honestly love being timekeeper. I think it's really fun. I mean, it's really easy. It's just checking people's timesheets, and today was the end of a pay period. That does make it a little more difficult because I have to go through everybody's timesheets and make sure it all adds up correctly, put in anything that people are missing, but it was fun. Like, I enjoyed it, and I just look so ghostly. That's a little better, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we'll move. I feel like that's better. I don't look so ghostly, and we can have some books in the background. So it was a pretty wild day. Like I said, it just absolutely flew by. Like, before I knew it, it was the end of the day. I spent all morning on timesheets, but I do have like 15-20 people that I check on. Well, at least as a backup timekeeper, there's like 20 people to go through and check their timesheets and get them approved and all that. So yeah, it was just like a normal day until like I just got back from lunch. I took like an early lunch, so I got back at like 12:30, and my supervisor came over and she's like, hey, can I talk to you privately in the conference room? And my gut immediately sunk. Like, I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm like, this isn't good. Like, she hasn't wanted to talk to me like privately ever. And I think she might have saw the look on my face. She's like, oh, it's nothing bad. She's like, it's all good. It's all good. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Like, oh no, you know, it's like getting called to the principal's office. It's like, what did I do wrong? So we follow her into her, like, our private conference room, and she shuts the door and she hands me this piece of paper, and I was nominated for a merit award, which is so crazy. So if you don't know what a merit award is, I feel like, I don't know if all places do this or what, but a merit award is basically like a paid reward from your employer, and I got that today. And she gave me the narrative that she had written up to nominate me, which was just amazing. And I read it and I was like, wow. So that's really cool. So she said that should be hitting my bank account this week, which I was just not expecting that. That was just amazing. So yeah, that was awesome. So she basically nominated me for just like throwing myself into this position and exemplifying what this place is all about. And there's like 3 main values that my workplace has, and it was just like about that and like embodying that. And this is a really big project I've been working on since I have joined the team, and that's been recreating our Access database for grants. And it's been done, like I've had it like done enough to where it's like really usable for like a couple months now, but I spent a good like 3 months, like half the time that I've been there, like learning how to use Access, because I've never used it before, and learning how to use it. I took like 3 or 4 different classes on it and learned how to use the program, made a beautiful like main menu page for it, which I think is super useful. There's buttons for all the things that we use the most often, and kind of made it to where people just can't go edit our data without really digging and knowing Access. So I think it's really nice, and it was just cool. Like, I can't believe I got nominated for that. Like, this only happens twice a year where you can nominate someone for a merit award, and they're kind of rare. Like, I told my mom about it because she works at the same place I do, and she's like, wow, that's amazing. She's like, those are kind of rare. They don't give those out too often. And I'm like, dang. So it's pretty confidential. Like, I'm not gonna tell any of my other coworkers because it's not like something I want to like brag about to them, and I don't want them to feel like, well, why didn't I get one? Because we're all working hard, and I know everybody is just working their butts off to get stuff done, but it's just nice to, you know, be like recognized for that. So that's really cool. But anywho's, it's like 8:30. I should get ready for bed, and my hands are just freezing. Like, I am just so cold. It's great. It's also snowing super hard outside. Like, watching it in my security camera, like, holy cow, it's just coming down. So I'm ready to like go take a shower and go curl up under a ton of blankets, maybe a cat or 2, and just go relax. So to give y'all an update on the Christmas murder game, I'm not liking it. I'm not. And I don't know, it's not the fun, cozy book that I thought it was gonna be. It's just flat out depressing, and it's not fun, and I don't like it, but I don't have that much left, so I'm gonna read it a little bit longer. This jet plane will not get out of here! I was updating the Goodreads vlog, and this jet is so loud! I think it's an F-35, and it's just, they're so ridiculously loud. I can't handle it. Like, I don't care about the planes or whatever, like for the military, whatever, sure, fine. Could you make them a little quieter? And it's unusual that they're flying so late at night. Like, it's only 8:30, but usually they're flying during the day. So like, I wonder if like something's going on or whatever, but it's really annoying. So anyway, because like it comes and goes, like it gets really quiet, and then like at certain points it gets really loud. Yeah, my mom just texted me. She's like, wow, that is a lot of F-35 planes flying around tonight. They're real annoying. So anywho's, I'm gonna go take a shower, go curl up, and I'll chat with y'all later. So I'll get the Christmas murder game done soon so I can actually start something more enjoyable. But that is the only other book that I want to get done for Lightfall. I really love how chill this readathon is. Like, it's not mandatory to read a ton. It's just read whatever you want. So Really appreciate that. So I'm officially gonna go and I'll chat with y'all later. Hello, it's a different day. Same hoodie, same disgusting hair. I'm actually not even using a hair tie to tie my hair. It's like a sock I found. I'm just gonna use it. It's working. This is so chaotic. Hi. I hope the audio is a little bit better on this camera. I kind of cleaned the mic on my camera. I'm back to using my G7X because I just love this camera. Like, I love how small it is, I love how portable it is, and I actually ended up returning that camera that I had bought a couple weeks ago because I just didn't like it, to be honest. Like, I thought it was way too big, it was really heavy, and for the types of videos that I like to make, which is primarily vlogs, having that big of a camera is just a lot to lug around. So we're back to the G7X, and maybe someday I'll get like the Sony Z, whatever it is. It is the same size as the Canon, but it does have a spot for a mic. So I may get that in the future, but I'm not doing that for a very long time. Like, I'm just gonna work with what we got. So anyways, let me just fix my hair. This looks ridiculous. That's a little better. It's just, oh, my hair is just being so annoying right now. I can't even stand it, which is why it's getting chopped off tomorrow, which I'm very excited about. I actually went back through and was looking at old videos on my channel that I privated a lot of my older videos when I was like, you know, 18, 19, because they're just real cringy. But I'm like, I know I had the exact haircut that I want. I know I had this haircut at one point, so I went back through those videos and I found it. I found several videos with my shorter hair and I loved that hairstyle. Like, I really did. And it was so easy to take care of and I loved it. So the only difference, we're gonna get that same chop, but I'd like to get some face framing layers that kind of blend in. So starting from under the chin and lower on both sides. That's kind of the only difference, just to kind of add some, you know, dimension. But anyways, let's talk about books. I DNF'd the Christmas Murder Game today. No, this ain't it. It's not for me. I'm really not enjoying it. And why am I pushing myself through it? Couldn't tell you. So that has been DNF'd and I have zero regrets. It's just not what I wanted. I wanted a cozy, fun mystery set around Christmas, and this is just flat out depressing and I'm not here for it. So I think I might be starting Hiss and Tell as my next audiobook, because I do need to read that in December because of the Adventure in Aldea quest that I've been working on all year for Aurelium Academy. So I just need to read a book with a cat or owl on the cover, which Hiss and Tell has a cat. And I got the audiobook from Libby. So that is downloaded, it's ready to go. So I think I'm going to start that tomorrow morning as my new audiobook. That'll be that. So it's been an interesting reading week. We've had one 5-star read, one 3-star read, and a DNF. It's been so weird. But yeah, so that's how my reading's been going, and I am still reading Silver Nitrate, which I should be done with by this week, but I'm gonna save my thoughts on that for the Goodreads vlog, which I actually think I might be able to finish this month because I work the rest of this week, I work all next week, and then I have 10 days off work and I'm so excited, you guys. So don't have too much going on during those 10 days, so I'm really just hoping to read and obviously do everything else that sounds good. So I'm really excited about that. My mom's also taking that time off, and I know we have some things that we want to do together, like go bowling possibly, maybe go see a movie, and I'd like to go to the used bookstore because I haven't been there in a while, and just do some things together that we don't have time to do normally. So that'll be fun. And yeah, but I'm really hoping to maybe finish this vlog up, the Goodreads vlog, by the end of the year, by the end of this month, so I could get it all edited and put out by maybe mid-January, which I know is still pretty late because everyone's posting their Goodreads videos now, but I last minute decided to do this video, so I'm kind of catching up. Plus, I'd only read 2 of the Goodreads Choice Award picks in horror beforehand, so I had a lot of books to read. But anywho, so that's what's happening. So say goodbye to the mop. The mop is going away tomorrow, and I couldn't be more ecstatic. Like, I swear my hairdresser probably thinks I'm crazy, because like every couple of months I just go in there and like I tell her, no, just take as little as possible off, you know, I'm trying to grow it out. And then, you know, like a year later I'm like, can you just chop my hair? This happens like at least every 2 years. I went through my phone because I was looking for pictures, like reference pictures of my own hair, which is weird, but anyways. And like every 2 years I do this. And I'm sure she's like, girl, what is your problem? But the thing is, I just feel like I've not found my hairstyle. You know, like I feel like some people just have a hairstyle that is so perfect for them that they just keep that hairstyle and it's so perfect. Like my mom has the perfect hairstyle for her. She has like the bangs and like medium-ish length hair, and it looks perfect on her. Like she's had that hairstyle for like decades. And like, I want that. I want to find my like lifelong hairstyle, and I just haven't found it yet. And I don't know, like the long hair I think is flattering, but I'm done with it. I'm sick of it. It's not working for me anymore, and it gets stuck and caught and everything, and I just can't do it anymore. Plus, it just is not that healthy. Like the ends are just disgusting. At least I think they're disgusting. It's horrible to brush. It literally just poofs out like a lion's mane when I brush it in the morning because it's just so frizzy. I want to scream. So yeah, it's just not doing it. And I also have super thick hair. Like I have an undercut as well, and my hair's still like so ridiculously thick that it's just, she's a mop. That's why I call it my mop, because it's crazy. So I'm looking forward to a chop and face layers. So I'm hoping this might be my hairstyle. Like I don't know bro, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find a hairstyle that I like and that I could keep and maintain and doesn't require a ton of styling, because I truly just don't know how to style hair and I'm not very good at it and I don't really like it. So yeah, I don't know. So we'll chat tomorrow, and we'll have completely different hair, and hopefully I'll love it. Hello friends, I have new hair. It's real short. It's actually like an inch or two shorter than I had asked for, but honestly I really love it. I hated it for like a half a second, and then I'm like, you know what? No, I love it. I really do. Like look at how much volume I have. Like it may not look like a lot, but like I had like no volume in my hair, and I feel like I have so many possibilities now, and it's so cute. I love it. And I feel like what's been holding me back, like I've been wanting shorter hair for months, and I've just been denying myself shorter hair because I kept thinking that I can get shorter hair when I weigh less. I can get shorter hair when I'm skinnier. And I feel like I was conditioned to think that long hair as a plus size person makes you look thinner and skinnier, and that I should only have long hair until I lose weight, and then I can cut my hair because then it will be flattering. And that's just not true. Like, yeah, my long hair was nice and it was pretty, but honestly it was pretty damaged. I dyed my hair quite a bit in the last couple of years, so it was ready to be chopped and kind of started over. Like I feel like this is still dyed. Like you could kind of, well, maybe not in this lighting, but I am growing out. You can see how dark it is. Oh yeah, you can see it. So like that's my natural hair, and then this is like highlights that I got put in my hair earlier this year for graduation and stuff. So it's definitely still highlighted, but I feel like it's healthier, and I love the cut. I think it's so cute. And honestly, short hair on plus size people is still flattering. Like you don't have to be a size 2 to have short hair, which is what I always told myself, and would not allow myself to have short hair until I lost weight. And it's so freeing to like let go of like problematic notions that you have with yourself and just like do whatever you want. Life is short enough without taking into consideration stupid stereotypes and stupid things that people say. So do what you want, you know? So anyways, I love it. So let's get into some book stuff. So I actually DNF'd the Christmas Murder Game. I'm not really surprised that I did because I really wasn't enjoying it, and it just was boring me to tears, and it was so dark and there was so much trauma in that book, and that's really not where I'm at right now. I really didn't want that kind of book right now. I was looking for like fun fluffy Christmas, and that was not fun fluffy Christmas. So I DNF'd it. I may go back to it later, but really not the time for me to read that right now. So I scoured my shelves because then I also started Hiss and Tell, which I do have sitting over here. So I did start listening to this morning, and I also did not like this at all. I don't know, like, let me just look at the first page and kind of see it in person. So it seemed like there was animals. Oh my god. This is the creepiest picture I think I've ever seen. Are you ready? I'm gonna put a warning because this is actually really creepy. This is a really creepy dog picture in this book. Are you ready? Skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to see this. What is that? Absolutely not. Is there more pictures? I was not prepared for that in the slightest. I don't care if I'm reading spoilers because I don't know if I want to read this book. Is there more? Oh wait, I saw another picture. I hate the art style of these animals. They look demonic and I am not a fan. I'm not going to show you that one. That's terrifying. I think that first picture was enough. Yikes. So I honestly really did not like the first chapter of this. So I listened to it this morning, and the whole time I was just like, nope, 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 mm-mm. So there's talking animals in this book, and for some reason that was just really rubbing me the wrong way this morning. No. So DNF, and probably gonna sell this because that picture is enough for me to never want to open that book again. This sounds so dramatic, but that is scary. I don't like that. And I also kind of felt pressured into buying that book. Like, I wasn't that interested in it, but I kind of bought it anyway when I was at Barnes & Noble with a friend, and I just felt pressured to buy it, and then I bought it, and I really didn't want it. But anyways, so that's not happening. So books just fell and scared the life out of me. Could you not? You're getting true chaos in these clips. So then I'm like, well, that book was for the Adventure in Aldea prompt because I needed to read a book with an owl or a cat on the cover. And let me tell you, I really don't have any books with cats or owls on the cover. Like, why is that not more popular? Like, what the heck? So scoured all my books. I was just pulling random books like, do you have a cat? Do you have an owl? Come on, somebody help me out here. So I just got this book in the mail in November, and I've been really wanting to read it. And it is part of a series, which is going to be a big goal of mine to focus more on series. So I am justifying this because the owl on the cover, it works. Okay, it works. We have bookshops and bone dust. Okay, it's a pug owl named Pot Roast. We love Pot Roast. And I can't find anything else. This is as close as I can get, and I think it's close enough. So this is the prequel to Legends and Lattes, which is my absolute favorite book. I think I read it this year. I loved it. 5 stars. It was so good. So this is the 0.5 book. I do really wish this book came out first. I really don't understand why authors write the first book in a series and then go back and write like a 0.5 book. Like, what is the point of that when you could release a 0.5 and then 1 and then 2 and 3 and 4 or whatever? Like, I don't understand why you would publish this after, because we know know where Viv, who we are also following in this book, we know where she ends up in Legends and Lattes, so it really is kind of weird to have already read Legends and Lattes and now we're going back. But like, we know how this is gonna end, so I guess we're just like getting some more context on her past. But I don't know, it's kind of a weird publishing schedule, but I'm still loving it. And I am listening to the audiobook, which I did not do with Legends and Lattes, but the author actually narrates it and he talks really fast. I actually have to have it on 1.5 speed when I'm not following along because he talks so fast I can't understand him at 1.8, which is really unusual for me. So I made it like a quarter of the way through this. I think I'm on chapter 10, so let me update my bookmark really quick. And I'm loving it. It's really fun. It has deckled pages, so it makes it really hard to turn the pages, which I absolutely hate. Okay, there we go. Chapter 10. So I'm 76 pages in. So my goal is to read about 10 pages a day and get it done this weekend before Lightfall is done. So this book will count for Lightfall and the Adventure in Aldea quest. And I will finish off the year with an owl cat, which I'm very excited about. So that is all I have for this vlog for updates. So I'm gonna go and I will chat with y'all tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, I love the new hair. Like it's probably the shortest my hair has been since I was probably like 6. Like I've cut my hair a few times here and there. Like I went back through my channel, like old videos like from years ago, like from the beginning of my channel, and I'm like, dang, I did have short hair at one point. It was not this short. Like this is the shortest my hair's been, like I said. And so that's what I showed her, was a reference picture from one of those videos. And yeah, she cut it a little shorter than I wanted, but honestly, I love it. I really truly do. And I can finally wear my hair in a ponytail. I have not worn my hair in a ponytail in literal years. I have missed that. Like just the ability to throw it in a ponytail. What a relief. What a feeling. So anywho, I'll chat with y'all later. Hello. It's been a little bit since I've updated this vlog and it's Friday now. So howdy. So honestly, just wanted to say real quick, loving this haircut. Like it's so cute. And honestly, I don't know how, but nobody's like said anything at work. Like y'all didn't notice I cut 8 inches of my hair off, but like whatever, I didn't cut it for them. But it does kind of crack me up though, like people just don't pay attention to that, I guess. So anyways, I don't know, talking about hair, I'm kind of thinking now that I've cut it and there's not so much weight, I'm almost thinking I might have wavy hair, which makes me extremely excited because I've always wanted like curly hair. Like I was so envious of people who had naturally curly hair. I think curly hair is so gorgeous and I'm just like super jelly that people just naturally have that. And I know a lot of work goes into making curls look beautiful, but I'm kind of curious to try like the wavy girl routine or like the curly girl hair routine to see if my hair would be wavy, because I haven't done nothing with it. Like I washed it last night and like look at that, like it's not perfectly straight. And my mom is also starting to get like wavier hair as she's gotten older, and so I'm wondering if that has anything to do with it. But like it's not perfectly straight, and I don't know if that's because of how my hairdresser cut my hair, because she said she cut it to where it would kind of like bend in or whatever. I don't know how hair works, but you know, so I don't know, I'm just curious now that there's less weight, you know, dragging it down, if it is wavy potentially. I know it's not curly, but possibly wavy. So I'm gonna kind of experiment with that this weekend and see if I do the curly girl hair routine, if I get more defined curls naturally without doing anything. So we'll see. I'll keep you updated. Anywho, let's talk about books. I am currently on chapter 35 of Bookshops and Bone Dust and having the greatest time with it. I actually think I want to finish this book tonight because I only have a little bit left. I think there's only like 40-ish chapters, so I only have like 5 or so chapters left of this book. And while I'm really enjoying it, I am a little sad that this book came out after Legends and Lattes. I really think it would have made more sense for this book to come out beforehand and have Legends and Lattes come out afterwards, because like I mentioned earlier in this vlog, we know how this book is going to end. We know where Viv is going to end up, because if you've read Legends and Lattes, you know that's where it happens. And so in this, that hasn't happened yet, and so we're kind of following her before then. But I do like the characters that we're getting introduced to. I think it's really fun, and I am seeing a thread that potentially will affect book 2, I guess, in this series, or book 3, however you want to look at it. If you're thinking of this as book like 1 technically, then like book 3, I don't know, that's really confusing, but y'all know what I mean. I feel like there's something going on in this book, and that's also maybe a little bit mentioned in Legends and Lattes that's going to happen in the next installment in this series, which is interesting. But I do really like these characters. I think Travis Baldree does an amazing job of writing really good characters that are really easy to connect with and that I really like. So I think I might be able to finish this tonight, because there is currently sprints going on Steph's Patreon that I'm watching, so looking forward to that. And I've also gotten home from work early today because there was a holiday party at work that I was invited to that was super fun, and I accidentally requested too much leave, so I forgot to factor in an hour for lunch when I requested my leave. So I requested 4 hours when I should have done 3. So when I got back to work and I clocked in at 2 because the party was from 10 to 2, I was like, I have extra time, so I could leave at 4 and then it would all even out and I'd have 8 hours for the day. So my supervisor wasn't there today, she's sick, so I asked my other supervisor, like her supervisor, if I could do that. So she checked with everyone, said it was all good to go, so I got to leave at 4. So it's not even 5 o'clock right now, which is so nice to already be home. So looking forward to relaxing, reading this book. It's gonna be a great time. And then I'm still working on my Goodreads books. I'm hoping to maybe finish one of them this weekend and get started on another. I only have a few books left for that vlog, and I'm really trying to get it done by the end of the year. Yeah, I'm real hyped. I'm back on BookTube, and I've been really glad that I'm not the only one having such feelings about my channel. Like, Gavin posted a video that I was like, this is exactly how I feel. And he posted a video, I'll try to link it up above or something if you want to go check it out. It was just like encapsulating everything that I've been feeling about BookTube. And granted, I'm a way smaller channel than Gavin, but I still think that those same feelings can happen across any person on YouTube or on the internet. Like, burnout is such a real thing that I have never experienced until recently. Like, I'm like, oh, burnout, I never experienced that. It's like, oh boy, howdy, this is what it feels like? Yikes. Like, I don't know, I've never experienced it before, and it's really overwhelming and really awful to deal with. So really glad that Gavin was able to kind of put into words what I feel like I couldn't. Like, I feel like he really described exactly what I've been feeling, and I really appreciate that. Like, when you can put like a feeling into words that's really hard to describe, that's just so great. So I'm gonna get to reading, and then I also want to watch more of a TV show that I started the other day. I've been looking for a new show. Like, I really love like shows kind of like The Office, Parks and Rec, shows like that where it's just fun and not dark and just like a great time. So on Hulu, I started Abbott Elementary, and it is so fun. And I relate with our main character so much. So I watched 2 episodes of that and going to continue watching those till I'm caught up. But I would love any and all recommendations that you have in that vein of TV shows. I'm also kind of looking at watching Animal Control, I think it's called, because it looks hilarious and has some actors in it that I really like. And there's another show that I really want to watch, Superstore, I think it is. So like, that's kind of my genre of TV show, like something fun. I also love baking shows. And I'm a little ashamed to admit that I also kind of love Bachelor Nation shows. I've been watching Bachelor in Paradise, and while I hate it, and I kind of hate a lot of the people on there, it's just so addicting. And there's just something about watching people just act a fool on national television. It's just so fun. I just love it. So I am excited for the next season of The Bachelor because it has a person in it from The Bachelorette who I adored, and I feel like he was not given a fair chance, and now he's getting his own season of The Bachelor. And I watched like the teaser they had at the end of Bachelor in Paradise, and I'm like, ooh dang, something's going down. They hook me. I'm going to get to reading, like I keep saying, and I will give you all my final thoughts on this book, and then I think I'm gonna close out this vlog. I don't know, because Lightfall doesn't technically end until Sunday, so I don't know if I want to continue this vlog because I'm not sure I'm gonna read anything else. Like, I think this is gonna be it for me for Lightfall, and this vlog was really supposed to be just like filming Lightfall for the week and what I read during the readathon. So I kind of want to end it once I finish this book because I'm not going to read anything else for the readathon. I'd like to get done the current Goodreads book that I'm reading, but I don't think that's going to happen because I have quite a bit left. But we'll just see. I don't know. So let's get to reading, and I'll chat with you all later. Just coming on here to say I finished Bookshops and Bone Dust, and I quite enjoyed it. Like I mentioned in this vlog, I really wish this book came out first and then Legends and Lattes, but I still had a great time reading it. It was still really fun, and I did listen to the audiobook, which I did not do with Legends and Lattes, and it was fun. Travis Baldry actually narrates it as well, and he has really fun voices for all the characters, which I quite enjoyed. So this was a very solid 4-star read for me. I quite enjoyed it. And as you saw in the B-roll, I updated my physical TBR mug. Let me tell you, she is full. So these are all of my unread books on my shelf, which is it's a lot. So my goal for this is to potentially do a vlog in which I will draw a book from this mug and read that book in the vlog and give you like my full thoughts on it, because next year is going to be the year of reading my shelves, and I hope to only film like 1 or 2 book hauls. Like, I really don't want a ton more into my collection, but I'm also not going to totally say no books because that just makes me want to buy books. What I'm really going to try to do, which I'll talk more about this in my 2024 goals that I want to film, so that will be coming out soon, but I do really want to focus on used books and buying books that are not brand new, because I have not been having the greatest time reading new releases. Like, the new releases that I've been reading have been like not that great, so I really want to focus on maybe older books and backlist books and books that I already own, obviously. But for buying books, I am going to really make myself try to just focus on used books. So like, at my local used bookstore, go there, or shop on Pango. Like, use something that I'm not spending like a ton of money on books, because if I just say no to something, that's all I'm gonna want. Like, when I was trying to like diet and stuff, I'd say like no bread, no sugar, no this, then that's all I would want. So if I just limit myself on what I can do, it makes me feel better. Like, I can still do it, but in a different way, if that makes sense. So I'm excited about this, and I have it all typed out. So I used my like paper cutter thing and used a Google Doc, typed up all the books, and then I deleted all the books that I printed so I'm not getting duplicates on accident, because that's what was happening when I was handwriting them. And it was really annoying because I'd have like 2 or 3 of the same book in here because I didn't remember if I put it in there. So I think the Google Doc is really smart, because then I delete the whole doc once I'm done and then retype books that I get, you know, not retype, but type in new books that I get in the mail. So I just went through and typed in the books that I just ordered kind of recently and all my pre-orders. So yeah, but I'm excited about this. Anyways, so that is going to be it for this vlog. I hope y'all enjoyed and are having a great holiday season. So I'm hoping this video is coming out on the weekend of Christmas, because this vlog is like very Christmassy, I think, because I mainly just read Christmas books, which is great. So yeah, I think I read 3 things. I read The Mistletoe Motive, that other book, The Christmas Guest, and this one, which is amazing to read in like a single week. So that is gonna be it. I hope y'all are doing well, and if you made it this far into the video, comment some holiday themed emojis, and I will see you all in another video soon. Goodbye!